Well, if the constant back and forth between the candidates, which could arguably be called the most vicious campaign ever, is getting to you, you are not alone. In fact, we've got Dr. Dominique Cassetori that's joining us now from the Joint Chiropractic Clinic in Summerville, and she says this campaign stress is a real thing. It's a stressful election, and it can really impact areas of your body. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
So talk to us a little bit about campaign, pain, P-A-I-N, stress, and the impact that it can have physically on your body.
Campaign, pain, and stress is a real thing. We see different kinds of stress: physical, chemical, and in this case, emotional. And your body has the same exact response to every single one. It's a sympathetic response, that fight or flight that everybody's heard about.
Right, and so we know, like you said, that stress can cause mental, psychological, emotional issues. I mean, it can lead to high blood pressure, obesity, heart disease. But what kind of physical impact as it relates to joints and muscles can it really cause? I know we talked a little bit about, you brought your friend Charlie here to kind of demonstrate some of the key areas in our bodies, joints and muscle wise. What kind of impact?
Absolutely. When we see that fight or flight response, we see a lot of muscle tightening. Your body's getting ready to fight or flight. And in most cases, we're going to see a lot of tension right here in the neck or in the lower back. And that's where you're going to see it the most, and that's where you're going to see those shoulders raise up and that back get tight. And so that's what we see mostly. A lot of muscle tension, and what that does is it kind of sandwiches all those vertebrae together, and that's going to lead to degeneration in the disc, degeneration in the joint, pinched nerves, all those things that come along with stress.
And I was going to ask you, what would you say are the three main physical areas on the body here, using Charlie to demonstrate? What would be the three areas that people are having the most problem?
You're going to see a lot of tension in the lower back here, especially because most of us are sitting most of the day. Neck and shoulders up here, and then right here at the back of the head is where you're going to see a lot of tension, and that's going to give us those tension headaches. I would say probably half of Americans suffer from tension headaches.
What is it that you think, Doctor, about the stress of the election that actually impacts those particular areas? Like, what is it that makes that such an impact?
Aside from the emotional stress itself, everyone worrying and not knowing who to vote for and trying to keep up with everything, we're all on our devices. Everybody's either watching TV or on their smartphone or on their tablet, and it's a tablet posture. And what happens is we're kind of closed down here, and those tiny little muscles in the back of the head are trying to fight all day, trying to hold your head up even though it's down. And so that's what we're seeing a lot of. It's the device-related stuff, too.
Have you seen people coming into your office a little bit more? Really?
Hordes.
Do you think it has a direct impact of this stressful election cycle?
I definitely do. Like I said, I think it's a combination of that device and that need for knowledge all the time, and that combined stress of, what do I do? Who do I vote for? What's happening next? Who's saying what next?
Wow, very, very interesting. Well, we are so glad that you're joining us, and Dr. Cassetori is going to be with us in our 6:30 hour at about 6:35. We've established what the issues are. Thank you, Charlie. We've established what the issues are, and so coming up in our next half hour, she's going to talk to us specifically about what we can do to make sure you get through this campaign election cycle as stress-free as possible. We're going to have some very practical tips that you can do to help improve your situation. So we'll see you in our 6:30 hour.